Imagine your whole life, everything you believed to be true, suddenly crumbling before your eyes. That's the unsettling reality at the heart of Henrik Ibsen's play, Ghosts. Welcome to Ace Book Talk, where we explore timeless works and uncover their enduring relevance. Henrik Ibsen, a Norwegian playwright who lived from 1828 to 1906, is considered the father of modern drama. He fearlessly challenged societal norms and explored controversial themes in his plays. He wrote during a time of great social and political change in Europe, when traditional values were being questioned and new ideas were emerging. When to way. Ibsen's work often reflected these anxieties and aspirations. He originally intended to call the play Gjenganger, which literally translates to those who return or revenants, highlighting the cyclical nature of inherited problems. Costs tells the story of Helene Alving, a widow preparing to dedicate an orphanage in memory of her late husband, Captain Alving. For years, she has maintained the facade of a respectable marriage, hiding the truth about her husband's infidelity and dissolute lifestyle. As the play unfolds, secrets begin to unravel, revealing the devastating consequences of repressed truths and societal expectations. Mrs. Alving is visited by Pastor Manders, a rigid and judgmental clergyman who was once in love with her. Manders represents the conservative values of the time, emphasizing duty, reputation, and adherence to social norms. He strongly advises Mrs. Alving against actions that might damage her family's reputation, even if those actions are morally questionable. The play introduces Oswald Alving, Mrs. Alving's son, who has returned home from Paris, where he is an artist. Oswald is suffering from a mysterious illness that he claims is hereditary. This illness serves as a metaphor for the sins of the father being passed down to the son, a central theme in the play. As the dedication of the orphanage approaches, the truth about Captain Alving's character and his relationship with Johanna, a maid in the Alving household, begins to surface. It is revealed that Johanna is actually Regina Engstrand's half-sister, and Regina has been living in the Alving household for years. Engstrand, Johanna's supposed father, is a carpenter who plans to use the orphanage dedication as an opportunity to start a disreputable business. Mrs. Alving confronts the painful reality of her marriage and the lies she has perpetuated. She realizes that she stayed with Captain Alving not out of love, but out of duty and fear of social disapproval. She also acknowledges that she sent Oswald away to protect him from his father's negative influence, but this separation ultimately harmed him. The most devastating revelation is that Oswald's illness is syphilis, inherited from his father. He asks his mother to promise that if his illness progresses to the point where he loses his mind, she will give him poison to end his suffering. The play culminates in a tragic climax. The orphanage burns down, symbolizing the destruction of the facade that Mrs. Alving has maintained for so long. Oswald's condition worsens, and he begs his mother to fulfill her promise. The play ends with Mrs. Alving facing the agonizing decision of whether or not to euthanize her son, leaving the audience to ponder the ethical implications of her choice. Ghosts is a powerful exploration of several key themes. First, it examines the destructive nature of societal expectations and the pressure to conform to social norms, even when those norms are morally bankrupt. Mrs. Alving's decision to stay in a loveless marriage out of duty ultimately leads to tragedy for herself and her son. The play challenges the idea that maintaining appearances is more important than living authentically. The play also delves into the theme of inherited consequences. Oswald's illness serves as a stark reminder that the sins of the past can have a profound impact on future generations. Ibsen suggests that unresolved issues and repressed truths will eventually resurface, often with devastating results. Coasts is also a critic of religious hypocrisy and the limitations of traditional morality. Pastor Manders represents the rigid and judgmental attitudes of the Church, which Ibsen portrays as being out of touch with the realities of human experience. Manders' insistence on upholding social conventions, even at the expense of individual well-being, contributes to the tragic outcome of the play. What can we learn from Coasts today? The play reminds us of the importance of honesty and authenticity. It encourages us to confront uncomfortable truths, both in our personal lives and in society, rather than burying them beneath layers of denial and repression. It teaches us that societal expectations should not dictate our choices, especially when those choices compromise our values or harm those we love. The play also serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of inherited trauma and the importance of breaking cycles of dysfunction. By acknowledging the impact of the past, we can take steps to heal and prevent repeating the mistakes of previous generations. Finally, Coast challenges us to question traditional morality and to develop our own ethical frameworks based on empathy, compassion, and a commitment to justice. Coasts is not a lighthearted or easy play, but it is a deeply thought-provoking and relevant one. It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves and the world around us, and it reminds us of the importance of living authentically and challenging injustice. Thanks for joining us on A's Book Talk. We hope this exploration of Coasts has inspired you to think more deeply about the play's themes and their relevance to your own life. Subscribe for more book recommendations.